Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are showcasing this ladder monster that absolutely seems to perform on ladder by combining basically being super defensive with mono white with Breach the Multiverse and Kaya endgame thanks to black mana. You don't have too much, it's just a splash for super endgame, and it seems to be working extremely well, so games today will be very interesting, so stay until the end because we'll showcase how to play the deck by the book. And yeah, never give up. You will know after you watch the video. So guys, enjoy the video. If you aren't subscribed, please consider. That would really help the channel and make me absolutely happy to have you on the channel. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy guys and have fun. We are finally there. This is 2 mana, so we definitely need to kill it. Let's go with this. I should actually play Field of Ruin, activate it, and do the thing. But if they go for Mishra's Founder, I am so happy that I don't even mind. Kinda given, right? So, do we want to go get lost here? Or we wait and... Okay, they will play something else, so let's go with it right now. I was thinking that if they go to 4-4, that would be pretty good for us. Okay. So now they cannot activate Mishra's Founder. So basically they could go to 4-4, then we destroy Evil, but they just play something else. Alright, here we go. You need to cast it before Talia resolves, because Emperor can still use all the abilities. Even, if you don't use it immediately, you can still use everything at flash speed, because she entered the battlefield this turn. So, kinda works around Talia, a little bit. And you know what? We're at 5 mana already. So, not super far from Breach. If we can cast it and hit Kaya, which is probably the case because we have 2, so if you mill 10 cards, you have a pretty solid chance to hit at least one of them. And if not, you just hit Eternal Wonder. Alright. Land. Oh, Recruiter! Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Alright, I'll be honest, I didn't expect this play. And get lost. I think double block can be pretty good. We can also pump our opponent's creatures to get them to toughness 4. Yeah, with first strike we probably want to just fodder a lot of board. I probably could attack and bluff my way out of this, but it's just 2 damage and the risk is huge. So let's not do it. So land. Recruiter has the backside, right? Which is actually really good and I shouldn't highlight it. Alright. That is a card. They can play one more spell. They definitely want to kill the Emperor, so they might pressure with Talia. But if we kill the Vanguard, we can double block, and that would be enough. Alright, we need to triple cast. So we are not using Field of Ruin right now. Let's just tap fully. Let's go like this and see what happens. Alright, do I get free Talia? This is one of the reasons I wanted to go for double samurais. Let's see, it could be a Eiganjo, so it's nothing sure. Or just a get lost. Not perfect, not perfect. But you know what? This will give us mana. We are at 20. So I think now the plan has changed. And now our plan is just curving out.
May your blade strike true.
Let's burn one of them and see what we hit. Oh boy, this is super powerful. I think we should kinda take it. Oh no. Oh no, I have to shuffle. Oh no. Do I want to pump it or draw a land? Well, it's we would still play the same, but yeah, it kinda hurts. It kinda hurts. But maybe the next card will be better. We'll see. I think we go with the map token right now. If we don't like the card, then we shuffle with Field of Ruin, right? Okay, we like the card. In the end, I kinda like the turn. Talia is always a problem because if not Talia, we would breach on the next turn already, and that would probably be a win. But in this case, we need to wait at least 2 turns, right? Unless they pump Talia somehow to 4 toughness with, for example, double map tokens, right? I will highlight it, maybe they go for it. I see, I see. The token isn't super scary, it's just a 1/1. I think I might just go for Field of Ruin. Not sure, it lowers our chance. Oh, so they want to absolutely attack us, right? Can we trick them in some way? Because we can kill Adeline, right? But that's the only target. And the token is here. Yeah, I think we have to just kill it instantly. So they really wanted the haste and the token, but we denied them nearly everything. And if they attack, we can trade 1 for 1. That's not very good for them. I mean, they hit for 4, and that was their main strategy. And just for the fun of it, if we had, so how do you work? Creatures you control get +1 until end of turn. So this would be like 3 attack at least, probably 4. And this would be 4, so it would be like 2 turn lethal, man. And we need to cast Breach on the next turn. So they have 1 free turn. I think they might go with the Mishra's Founder this turn, we'll see. They probably won't have enough plays. Let's see what they keep on top. If that's a good card, then we shuffle. Oh, they probably want it. Appreciate it. I'm not super optimal with the mana, but I don't super crazy care. We could also make sure that we hit this card ourselves, but we prefer something like Adeline probably. So they lost a land, and they also lost the top deck. So now they need to use other map, and if they go for it, they are not guaranteed to get a counter, right? And they definitely don't want to draw lands. I mean, it accelerates them a little bit, so it's not nothing, but they still don't want to hit it. And here's the Breach. We actually managed to cast it not only for 7, but for even more. Alright, my grave. No Kaya, no Eternal Wonder. Man, 4 cards and we whiffed super hard. Alright, I think we still win, but that was pretty brutal. And let's get Adeline, because she is a really good blocker. Let's get rid of Talia while keeping our board. And now we have board advantage. We actually gave him nearly the same value as ours. Alright, maybe not similar, but they got 2 cards from this and we also got 2 cards. Ours are way better, but still. That is kinda funny. If we got Kaya, that would be a bit better, but you know, it's fine. It makes the game a little bit more interesting. Honk for the... Oh, that was a power honk day, if you didn't have one for today. Even if they double cast it, it's just 2/2. Flying is annoying because they will probably kill the Emperor at some point. And I think that means we go Samurai, sacrifice the Emperor and just... Well, fortunately it's not human. It's just a spirit. And hopefully they hit a land. Easy. A good land, man, this is the only land that actually matters. And this one is the one that doesn't. Yeah, we kinda have to go for this play. It also means that our next draw will be... Okay, learning as I go. It makes us have 1 less land in the deck. We have enough swamps, right? So we can go with plains. And now we can keep the card on top. Hopefully it's not 2 lands. Farmhand. That's really bad, man. I really would love something else, man. Okay, this is not super perfect. We need to draw a little bit better, especially that Samurai dice, right? Eiganjo draw just kinda does it. A human. Alright, at least land. Man, they should absolutely attack with the Vanguard. I don't think... Like, what? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I mean, I'll attack and see what happens. I mean, you could do the same with attacking Vanguard. So, do we want to go by air? Or try to raise him? I think it's Vanguard. It will be hard to raise, of course, but I think it's kind of okay. Alright, they also get this life gain. We probably will attack with both just to draw a card. Glad they didn't draw Adeline, because they would get instantly some value. Well, this is pretty good. But I think we can do better. So first of all we flip, and second one we get a card. And even though it's a land, it's actually the best land for this situation, because we can cycle it. And we'll do it while attacking, because we can hit Emperor, we can hit a lot of stuff, or just Field of Ruin. Here she is, here she is. Field of Ruin might be useful at some point. Yeah, I think we're actually winning the race. Like, we're attacking for 4 and he will be attacking for 1. And we'll amplify it with the Emperor. I'm not casting Sunfall because this is not something that wins. And he might draw something absolutely insane that I have to sweep in like 2 turns. They're definitely gaining a lot of life, man. Yeah, I think the game should be over. They lost all the gas. They just don't have play. So even if I keep drawing like this, it still will be enough. And you can see that we already deal 5 damage to his 1. So we have 5 turn lethal, he has 11 turn lethal. If he draws Mishra's Foundry, it's negated. If he draws a lot of creatures, it's negated, and Sunfall will get amplified by Wedding Announcement and Emperor, so yeah. And now they are forced to keep attacking Emperor, even though they will never kill her. At least not with this creature. Oh, oh, I didn't notice. Instantly. You know what, let's go for it. It makes our draw better, because we don't really have a lot of lands in the deck. We have a lot in the board already. Just checking the mill. Look at this, man. Look at this value. Like, imagine. It's fine. Like, we are really winning hard anyway, but that was pretty hilarious. Here she is for a scoop. Good. Didn't get the honk, but I think that was a pretty good game. Alright, so, oh my god, this is disastrous hand. Oh man. Okay, this one is better, even though we have less lands, but at least we have some place. I think we lost. Even after Mulligan, we still won't be able to recover, especially on the draw. I mean, we can go for a swamp here. Simply because if we hit a third land, we will cast Restoration of Eiganjo and we will get more. So we are guaranteed to have 2 planes before turn 5. But we are not guaranteed to survive until turn 5. And with this kind of hand you probably won't. Even though they are dealing 1 damage, but first we probably will miss some lands, right? Yeah, so, man, even after Mulligan, like, I really try to make my hand playable, but sometimes you just won't do it. So we can kill it. Alright, this is pretty scary. I don't want them to use this 1 mana. They will just put the counter here. Let's go for this. We need as much damage mitigation as possible, but if we whiff on land as well here, like, there's like limit to how much we can... I mean, there's literally no sense, right? We can go Restoration, like, we have to. But it will be super hard. We can at least get on chapter 2 a card. And maybe we can survive with the Emperor, right? I think there's small light of hope. The problem is that they play blue mana and they have a lot of draws this game. And I think they might have a counter spell, so when I Sunfall on the last turn, they will just counter or protect their stuff. Like, they are playing mono blue in the end, right? Okay, I think I have the storefront. Wedding announcement honestly is so incredibly slow, it's crazy, and we can always use Paragon to use it. So here we live game. We don't need double black yet. And I still need the Emperor this turn. So let's go for white mana. I mean, it could be black mana, right? Because we are using this one this turn. I mean, you know what? I think we might win this. So what do you do? Tap up to one target creature. There are no creatures. Listen, they are not killing us on one turn. They will deal 5 damage probably. That means if they counter the Emperor, we are not dead, and then they cannot counter Sunfall. Hopefully. We will probably Sunfall our own Eiganjo, which is not perfect. Alright, so we resolved this one. Man, had to open the door and it's so late. Alright, and they're attacking us. I don't remember what was going on, but all I see is that I'm killing the hover bike and he's fully tapped, so... Oh boy, we actually might... Oh, another hover bike. That's problem because that's the only thing that won't die to Sunfall, so we'll kinda have to deal with it. But it's just 2 damage, so maybe we can make it. Also, we will have the Emperor, right? So I guess, in the end, never give up. We will actually win this one. Oh, I cannot believe. So, we will play the storefront, right, this turn. Let's clear the board. I think it's important. Even though we are losing this, we are just concerned about surviving, basically. And when we activate the Paragon, it should be way easier. Let's get the second black mana, because we might top deck something that requires it. And I mean, if we plus, we mitigate 2 damage, right? And we don't give them target for Fading Hope. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Because whatever they play to crew the hover bike will get tapped, right? So we can -2 if they ignore the Emperor. What were you doing, my friend? Enters battlefield, 1 artifact, artifact creature. Alright. Let's see. So they need to overkill the Emperor. That's kinda okay for us. Not perfect, but, you know, we need to work with it. Oh my god, this is... For as long as this remains, that means that the only upside of a vehicle is just lost, man. Okay, and we can go with Farmhand. I just want to keep playing stuff. It's just worth it. Having extra land for the rest of the game can be super good, especially with Paragons, right? So it's worth it, and we can steal Sunfall, and we get better token. Man, they actually super whiffed here. Because the hover bike was great just as a hasty creature, basically. We're on 11 and we cannot block flyers. Alright. Man, what a battle! Alright. With Serra Paragon, I think we can stabilize really nicely. Okay, this is strong. And this will give them also extra mana. And they kept Fading Hope. Alright. Alright, so do we go with the storefront? They will bounce whatever we play probably, right? I think it's good. We have double Paragon, so we can be a little bit wasteful, right? They will bounce it at the end step. And I just need more mana. And live game. It also makes our draws better and better. Yep, and they couldn't cast it in any moment to prevent this kind of stuff. So right, they're actually playing correctly. They know right now there is no point in bounce. And I still have mana open, right? And I really think we'll lay down arms this guy. And now they can Fading Hope it. See? Good play. Good play gets rewarded. And Gingerbread cannot be blocked, right? Because we have nothing with haste. So they will be able to, you know, flip it again. The problem is that they don't deal too much damage. But this is such a good play. This really carries them super hard right now. Of course, if we hit Kaya or Breach or even Eternal Wonder, I think that would be really, really good. And they had the land, so they can play all of this in one turn. Man, that's huge. Oh boy, that's huge. If they had 3 mana, they wouldn't be able to ninjutsu. So basically this one land gives them 2 mana, right? Because they will make a treasure thanks to this. But it's fine. We can live gain one a turn, but... Oh, okay. Interesting. So they feel they want to draw cards. Which is fair, but they're losing some tempo. Not too much, but a little bit. They can still recast it, right? Oh, they're not going to. They want to play around social... They're really smart about those plays. So wedding announcement, I guess, right? I think we need to start being aggressive. We need to deal as much damage as possible because we cannot survive too long. And this forces a 2-turn Lethal unless they interact. Fading Hope, sure. 1 out. That really helps them. Suddenly it's not 2-turn Lethal. Right? 9 damage. I won't be able to deal more. Even if I hit Kaya, it's just 3. The tap? Man, that's answer to everything. This will be hard. I can cycle Raffine Tower, so that's good. But the fact we have no blockers and they really interrupted our turn, but this is what Mono Blue does, right? It tries to manipulate a little bit situation in their direction. But you can see all of this is thanks to their small interruptions. We were covered on ground and even in air, but nothing survived really. And here she is. So it's 9-12 damage. I mean, we'll definitely cast Kaya, right? Play with Serra Paragon. I think we'll play with Serra Paragon instead of Serra Paragon. The other one would be a huge misplay. Alright, so we'll get a life gain for the turn. To be fair, maybe we should just play Kaya and life gain. 9 damage, so they need to deal 10 damage, and Mono Blue is not great at it. What they have is this, where are you? Glyph, right? It's 5 damage, basically with haste. So if they play it on treasure, this is 5-10 damage, and they can kill us. So that's a problem. I could also keep 2 blockers, and that should mitigate quite a lot, right? They will ninjutsu maybe this, and then they can replay, but after combat phase. I could also just steal the teeth.
Nobody deserves these blades more than Phyrexia.
Oh man, this is super tempting. I'm going for this play. I'm honestly not sure. I could see +2 being better. Or, yeah, +2. Alright, so they still have something for this 1 mana. Probably Fading Hope, right? It has to be Fading Hope, and now they're thinking, is it better to use it on my creature or on their creature? And the answer is probably their creature. To be fair, in a situation when you have Kaya, you don't even need to attack. If you can protect her... Okay. That was interesting. If you control an artifact creature. So if we don't attack, we should be able to survive. We also get a creature which is huge, right? Because that's the fourth creature. 2 flyers. They really rely on the fact that you cannot deal with flyers most of the time. But we'll see. Glyph is 3 mana, right? Or is it 2 mana? 3 mana. Alright, so they cannot cast it. And they're going face for 1. So this will be 4, no lethal. And then we can start live gaming with Kaya. That's the point, right? With Kaya we can out-heal quite a lot, and we also have Paragons. Oh boy. When we cycle those, we can play them still. So let's see what the card for the turn is. I'm not using Kaya. If they could interact with her, they would already. Not the best one. Definitely not the best one. We could draw cards with Kaya, but I think we need, you know, stronger abilities than this. We can deal 10 damage, 13 damage. Man, they deal oh my god, really? This is a little bit bad. A little bit bad. I think they had interaction, right? Let's go with this. So they will go this, go unblockable, and then switch the thief. I think attacking with 1 creature should be enough. On the next turn we are going for lethal. And this protects everything that is the most important. Flyers are super huge. And we still get a creature. Now we get 2 blockers on ground, 2 blockers in air, and 7 damage. It is possible they kill us, but I think it's worth the risk. Alright, no scry, that's good. And they still have 1 flyer, so I don't think it makes a huge difference. They need to deal 7 damage and they don't even have this on board. Okay, I think they lost. Tapping so heavily in the last turn means probably they won't be able to go for lethal, and then we reverse. +2 Kaya and kill, so that should be explosion. I think they're calculating is there any out, and they will know there isn't. So, man, I have to say, I really wanted to concede this one, but apparently it's worth playing out, so, yeah. Alright, we're going first. Alexander of Eiganjo. Man, I like the guy already. Just please don't be mono red, don't ruin it. You know what? I'll take mono white at this point. I will take it. And this is kind of okay. Oh boy, they will Talia and will absolutely not like it. Okay, just because of Talia I cannot risk it, man, because then I whiff on the next turn, and here she is. See, if I played Lay Down Arms that would be so bad, man. So bad. So I can take the planes, but I don't have targets. Just please don't have, you know, the other one, and please let's draw a land. Man, we ask for a lot. Look at our curve, but will we be able to play it? Alright, that's something. A Brutal Qatar is perfect counter to Wedding Announcement, and if they don't have another one, never mind, they will buff the officer, so it's still good for them. At least they full swing quickly, knowing that the game isn't very complicated. And I think we have to go like this, and we have to go main phase. Whiffing means that we probably lost the game. And because of Talia, we couldn't flip Wedding Announcement, and they still had it. Wow, that's insanely good. Now they will pump this. At least Alexander of Eiganjo actually knows how to play the deck. Does he? You should pump this, so this can attack this turn. So, okay. I assume that the second trigger, but if they whiffed, they wouldn't get the second trigger. So that was a slight misplay. Alright, we have something. We have something. You know what? I think there is a chance. They have a lot of mana right now. I mean like a lot of mana. So do we go for the officer? We have more value, but it might be rough. I think with Eternal Wonder we can afford it. And of course we cannot attack. We need to keep playing main phase, because otherwise Brutal Qatars flip. Oh, Is that a Ganja? They went into combat phase instantly. That's weird. Normally they play spells first. So they are playing very well, so they definitely have something. I think it could be the Emperor. But we still protect our Emperor, so we get a 3-3. No way. Okay, that's game. I think they won't be able to recover. Also, so they will tap. Okay, so they're going extremely aggressive because they could also play their officer. And man, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Also a flyer. They're full top deck mode, right? We have double black. So we have two ways to go around it. We can either make a token. You know what? I think in this case we can afford it. Creating a 3-3 with wedding announcement is so powerful. Well, that's insane top deck. But you know what? I think there is a chance we can handle it. But buffing whole board on top of a creature is really good play for them. I think Brutal Qatar would be the only better one, but the problem is that they already used to. And we are, what, 15 cards deep? So, very hard. And this will take time before it triggers. Before then, we just Eternal Wanderer. So, if I do it now, I get the Initiate. Honestly, it's worth it at this point. I think we can get 3 damage, right? Of course we can. Of course we can. This is so weird that it goes through, I think. There is no downside for them. Alright, we still lose it, so we didn't care. And that's a sweeper. So we would give them Initiate and we would get the Paragon, life gaining every turn. Man, I cannot believe we actually won this. I think this Talia play early game really saved us. Alright, we're going first. I think we will take it. I will start with planes. Normally I'll start with the tap land, but here I kinda want to draw lands, so yeah. I don't want to whiff, and now we can go for it. Let's get rid of the spell. And honestly, we should be fine with a swamp here. With a swamp. We have those. Alright, and we live again, which is super cool. With Restoration of Eiganjo, we are guaranteed to go, you know, higher than 3. And that's really sweet. It might be a problem to go further though. So we will see. We definitely need to draw something relevant. Emperor is something. And here starts the toxic. Alright, so they definitely have 1 protect. Oh, blue mana, that's bad for us. However, we have Emperor. Is there anything? I actually will get rid of something. So this is our 7-drop, and we don't need 2 7-drops for sure. And now we got a land for free. And I think that's pretty cool. We'll go with the swamp as well. Just because, and then we have mana for Breach, and we cannot risk that we don't draw it. The mana base in this deck is super sketchy. You actually need to, you know, think about it a bit. And we are not main phasing Emperor, they have protection spells, so we want them to attack. And then we will force a very awkward block, and then we -2. This is the idea. They definitely prefer you to -2. When you go for the blocks, they usually cannot permanently solve it, so they just waste 1 card just to get this kind of value, right? And we still have -2, so 1 Emperor forces 2 protection spells, and that's huge. To be absolutely fair, we can just... Okay, first Farmhand. First things first. Then we play the land. Man, this deck is super cool. I honestly really like it. Alright. Man, look how much mana we have. 2 of the lands are from our cards. So normally we would be stuck at 4 and we are at 6, forcing a breach on the next turn. So we could minus the Emperor and then get lost, right? And they will get this 3. I think we go like this. I don't want to lose the Emperor yet. And I also don't want to go below 2 loyalty, because they still need to attack you. And they have only 4 cards, even if each one of them is like March or something. 1 blue mana, sure. And see, thanks to having Farmhand as a 2-2, right now we've still forced the block. They really want to keep this poison going, and instead of stacking poison on their creatures and protecting them, they're just using Fading Hopes on ours, gaining what, 2 mana or 3 mana, and that's it. We even get the value from Restoration, and this is close to getting scooped right now, to be honest. Look how many cards they're wasting. They still have 1 trigger, but that's it. And if they attack, right now the Emperor -2 does the job. So what do they have? Probably something with hexproof. Still, I will go for it, because that taps their last mana, and then the Emperor can -2 unless they phase out. Alright, I mean, that's game. As you can see, that wasn't super hard. That wasn't super hard. Let's reverse the game, so they know that the game won't drag too long, so they won't be able to draw stuff. And when, yep, see? I think we played this one by the book, man. Where they lost is, I'm not sure if they realize it, they lost at using Fading Hopes on our creatures, because suddenly look at Poison. At 3. At the end game. It's way too low, man. Alright, guys. I have to say, I've seen this kind of deck in a lot of tournaments. I first time ignore it, but it keeps showing up and showing up. This is the archetype that was here for a long time, but I think it really shines in current meta, because first of all, you have this defensive shell of Restoration of Eiganjo, Farmhand, Wedding Announcement, which combined with Laydown Arms, probably one of the biggest cards in the deck, right? Because you can use it as you are basically a mono white. This means you will always survive until the Sunfall, and that wins you a lot of matchups. And against the other matchups that are super value packed, Eternal Wonder, Kaya, and Breach the Multiverse stealing their value cards is pretty insane. Don't forget you can also mill your opponent with this. So I think this is a really good combination, and with Storefront you can actually live gain surprise amounts of live gain just with playing your 4-drop. So basically a very good combination of value, super good removal, and extremely powerful endgame. So I think the deck just has a strong point at every point of the matchup. With Laydown Arms you can really get rid of a lot of creatures, and the tapland don't really hurt you. You play quite a lot, 8 taplands, but with Laydown Arms you don't really feel it. So yeah, that might be your good laddering choice, especially if you enjoy Orzhov. One of the added upsides for the deck. You can use Breach the Multiverse and Kaya quite regularly with this one. I think the reason that I enjoyed playing this deck so much is probably Farmhand and Restoration of Eiganjo, because they always give you next land to play, and I hate getting mana screwed. So this can also be a hidden power of the deck, because you can carve out surprisingly well. And when you get those 2 extra planes, you probably get to 6 and 7 quite early. So, very cool deck, very efficient, and yeah, I think that's kinda it for the deck, right? I hope you had a great time today. If you enjoyed watching the content, don't forget to like and share, that really helps the channel. And, you know, just keep being cool. Thank you for that, and see you tomorrow, guys.
With